Seems every week all I do is just change shit on my side. Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Mamon King. This game came out a short time ago, but I'm only getting into it now, and it's already shaping up to be not exactly a Monster Rancher killer, but a good Monster Rancher clone. Hello everyone who is in the chat. Genergy, Raphael, Ledge, and Wolfcook, thank you all for joining the stream. Pardon me for doing a few touch-ups that I did not do, that I should have done. When you did the order earlier, Akamura, did you order more dusty pads? These things? Cool. We're gonna just put that in the camera with my little dustiness. Yeah, it's gross, isn't it? There we go. Boy, I probably should have done that before actually starting the show. It's fine. We're gonna do a new game here. Data already exists, yes, but that was just my test data. Input my name. I am. Pyro, is that the name we should use? I guess. And one of the cool things right off the bat is you get your choice of, they call them navigators. So we have Nami, a breeder navigator who loves Mamon more than anything else. She is clumsy, noisy, and rough around the edges. She has a good eye when it comes to Mamons. Or Kate, a shy navigator who values discipline. She will do everything in her power to make you the Mamon King, although she is terrible at naming Mamons. See, Kate and I were soulmates, not just because she has long dark hair, but also because we are both terrible at naming things. So we are going to go with Kate. I don't think it matters, but, you know, that's kind of cool immediately that you're not just stuck with a Holly. The Dark Age, an era of war that lasted for several centuries. Until a young man appeared, he connected this world to the Mamon worlds and opened his heart to these strange monsters to gain a power strong enough to end all wars. Hundreds of years later, the one now known as the Mamon King, the young man that had once devoted himself to saving the world, had realized his time was near, so he declared, "The one that can surpass my strongest Mamon shall be the next Mamon King." The story works. It means nothing. Apparently we ended all wars by making a bunch of monsters do dogfighting. Whatever works, man. Hello, my name is Kate. The Mamon Association dispatched me. How loud am I? Not bad. It's probably fine. From today, I will be supporting you as a navigator. Why is your coffee in the most inconvenient place? To reach our goal and become the Mamon King, let us first summon a Mamon. Please select Summon from the menu. Okay. So the menu is comprised of just a deck of cards, which is interesting. It's not really different from Monster Rancher, it's just a different skin, but it still looks good. This is the Summoning Gates Altar. It is a dedicated facility that connects to the worlds where Mamons live to summon them. Only those who have the power to summon Mamons can open the gates, so it is off limits to the general public. There is a fee to use the facility, but don't worry, the association will give you money to get you started. Yes, give me money. Also, they will open the gate 3 times for the price of 1 use. I'm sure that some nice Mamons will answer the call. Please accept this money. Don't have to ask me twice. You can send me money by doing Super Chat or Patreon or whatever other bullshit I have going. You can expect to get money from tournaments, work, or selling items and Mamons. It is used to summon more Mamons, but also to buy various items for your Mamons. Try to spend it on what is the most useful at the moment. Okay. Let's hope for a great summon. While you navigate your cables to get coffee. Oh god. Why is the first thing I summon nothing but eyeballs? It's like the game knows me. Hate that thing. Oh man, I'm gonna have to come up with a solution for my camera cable. Woo! Perfect. Zerone, Leolf, and Ganaganian have been summoned. Ganaganian sounds like a Digimon. Which Mamon will you train? The others will be put into cards. Each Mamon possesses unique skills, so let's take good care of them. Yeah, I agree. The volume's a little all over the place. The music isn't too bad, but when during the summon, it's getting a little wacky. It's saw me coming. Yeah, you can check the... Yeah, shut up. Sorry, Kate. Sorry, I know we just met. What is this thing? It floats like a balloon thanks to the gas in its body. However, its skin is hard, and it is impervious to ordinary attacks. That's probably a lie. Zerone's eye is capable of draining energy and even life force if one looks at them too long, looks at them in the eye too long. So it's a friggin' beholder. I hate it. I hate that it has 6 external eyes and none of them are symmetrical. I hate it. I hate it. A furry Mamon nicknamed the Samurai. It is brave and courageous and never forgets a favor. It wields a huge magic sword that grows with it, and they take care of it during their whole life. Leolf has mastered an ancient sword technique from its homeworld, and it takes pride in duels, so it does not like to form a pack. Strangely enough, it has a cat's tongue. Okay. This Mamon looks like a large crab, but it has a compound eyes in its left orbit and an antenna in its right orbit that detects magic and vibrations. It has a ridiculously hard exoskeleton and does not care about weak attacks. Its right claw is tremendously strong and can snap anything in half. Well, no, we're not getting the freaks. You're a freak. We'll stick with you because you look awesome. You're all super badass. 250 week lifespan. I like that. You can't see it because of my face cam. Can I turn my face cam off at will? I can! Hooray! I figured out the buttons on my Stream Deck properly. So you're not missing much up there other than a portrait. And during the actual combat, it's just going to be blocking like the date and my hit points, so it's not a big deal. Alright, come on, Leolf. Now let's return home and summon that Mamon. Okay. It's a bit early, but I should tell you that once your Mamon's loyalty reaches rank C, it can be used for an inheritance summon. Through these, you can power up a newly summoned Mamon using an already trained one. Have you decided on a name yet? No, and it's probably going to be terrible. Go ahead and give me name suggestions, everyone. That way it's your fault, not mine. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to rearrange my desk a little bit. What I really want to do would just get the worst parts of me in the camera, so I'm gonna turn the camera off and stand up? This is going to be weird. We'll just stop the stream entirely while I deal with cables and shit. All this is gonna not matter here in a minute because I actually bought a new tripod, so I'm gonna have to just redo everything here in a minute. Okay, that looks better. Or rather, it doesn't look any different, but I can reach my freaking coffee now without having to swarm my arm around things. Snake my arm around. Not swarm. How do you swarm your own arm? What? What? Let's see. Wolfie, Mufasa. I like Mufasa. Hot sauce. Furry. As much as normally I do name stuff after food, but Mufasa is too awesome for what we're going with, so we'll go with that. Sure I spell it exactly as you spelled it. Okay. Mufasa is the name we should use. Then it sounds like we're professionals. Mufasa, I think that's a good name. Now please summon it. Okay. It didn't even give me the option. It's just doing it for me. That was not the sound I expected it to make. Congratulations, the summoning was a great success. It didn't die in the process. We should raise it well so it can be the strongest of Mamons. It just sounds like me getting up in the morning. First, we should send your Mamon grazing to get it in good shape. Please note that condition is is an important parameter that affects a mammon's training and is also... Sorry, just looking at something, is also its parameters in a match. Try to aim for it to be an S rank or higher. Cool, I like my stream deck. So I can just get rid of the camera every so often. You can see it's just the name, age, what date it is, and his stamina, and his loyalty. But so I'll just have to talk through that if it matters. But anyway, we're gonna go grazing. Grazing, right? Are you sure? Absolutely. So it sounds like he only has like one voice line, but if I recall, Mamon King is built with it's one developer who made this whole thing. So, and it's optimized as hell. I think you could run this game on a potato. Or a Nisi. Your Mamon completed its grazing session. Remember that condition will greatly affect the outcome of matches and training, so take good care of your Mamon. Thanks again for your hard work this week. Yeah, I worked really hard. I pointed my finger at the fox-wolf thing and then told him to eat some grass. That was a lot of effort for 1 week. You can now choose between training and rest. Please select Mamon to learn more about the Mamon you are currently training. Please proceed to training, as each species has its own strengths and weaknesses. We need to help your Mamon improve on them. Remember that you can use rest to restore all your Mamon's stamina. Be very careful with this, as it can lead to accidents during training or fights. You can tell English is not the developer's first language because that's worded a little strangely. It almost sounds like resting causes accidents, but that's not what they meant. They meant that low stamina causes problems, so we have to make sure he's rested. Let's start training this week. You can choose the parameter you want your Mamon to train to improve, but I recommend starting with the SP training so that your Mamon has enough to use plenty of skills. Okay, you got it, Holly. What are your skills looking like? Blade. Foe hurts. Strength 50. Accuracy C. Blinding strike. Foe hurts. Accuracy B with a 60% chance of blindness. A self-protect. And a self-recovery of SP. Good deal. Okay. Great. I concur. 46 SP isn't going to get me anywhere. Especially since my cheapest move is a 25. 35. My cheapest move is a 35. So battles don't work in real time in this game. Each battle is comprised of 5 rounds. So ideally I would want at least 35 times 5 worth of SP. So that's... Can I do that in my head? 2 it would be 70, 4 would be 140, so 5 would be 175. So that is our immediate goal. Alright, buddy. Yes, work on your SP, please. I will also get agility and evasion up for some reason. You want to start training your Mamon's SP? Yes. He has the same voice line, and it's clearly just a dude going, "Ah!" I love it. It's really fun. I'm always happy with indie games. Hooray! 8 points of SP, 4 points of agility, 8 points of evasion. Wow, and the SP was a triple gain according to the little arrows, so he's going to be a pain in the ass getting his SP up. The training has been successfully completed. Your Mamon is growing properly. Always keep in mind that training is what makes a Mamon stronger. Make sure to plan trainings that improve the proper parameters. Thanks again for your hard work. You got it. You should consider participating in the boot camp this week. The boot camps are special training sessions run by the association 4 times a year. You can even train with your rivals. Note that there are fewer parameters to train, but it will be far more effective. It will also give you the chance to teach a specific skill to your Mamon. Okay, let's do a boot camp. Precisely 1 boot camp. We still need to work on your SP, so let's do that. With a chance of learning equivalent exchange. Suffers 5% of max P. Max HP recovers 100% of max SP. Ugh. It's like like some blood magic shit. All right, let's do it. Cool that it just straight up tells you. I kind of like that better than Monster Rancher when you do errand trays and you're just trying to... Didn't like the eyeball. Why eyeballs? Why does that have to be a thing? Results from the boot camp are quite good. Your Mamon did some great work. 17 points of SP, 132 of HP, and 8 points of defense. I'll take it. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to have learned any skills this time. However, if your Mamon continues with boot camp, it will gradually increase its chances of learning the skill. Let's keep on believing in it. That's very optimistic. How was the boot camp? Be sure to attend all the boot camps. They will be noted on the calendar. Thanks again for your hard work this week. Maybe she's talking to the Mamon. No, I'm not doing anything. Your formation is complete, and you can now participate in the tournaments. In order to become Mamon King, you will need to improve your Mamon's rank through official tournaments. I'll inform you when they are available. In the meantime, you should focus on your training. I'll be sure to tell you when your Mamon's life is near its end. We can still proceed to an inheritance summon with a Mamon sealed in a card, but there is no use for sealing a dead Mamon. Cool, thanks, Kate. Way to bring down the party. And if you want to learn more, check the help from the management menu. Let's walk together toward the Mamon King. Okay, tournament. I guess. I shall now explain the tournaments. Tournaments include item bouts where you can get useful items, training bouts where you can improve your Mamon. There's also licensed tournaments to unlock the gates. And of course, there are the official tournaments to become the next Mamon King. If we exclude the licensed tournaments, they are divided by ranks. So if you plan your training well, you won't have anything to fear. I recommend the official tournaments to become the new Mamon King, but you'll probably need to check your rival's strength in the item and training bouts. I'll make sure to remind you when an important tournament is approaching. I'm sure you have all the qualities to become Mamon King. Don't disappoint me. You got it, Kate. Looks like if we do this, we get a shroom. Excellent. I am happy to get a free mushroom. The tournament consists of 3 rounds, first round, semifinal, and final. You will need to lead your Mamon directly in important tournaments, but you can let your Mamon fight freely during item and training bouts. I recommend only doing that if your Mamon is strong enough. It can help you train faster if you don't want to be bothered with weak foes. I recommend checking your opponent's information. You won't know exactly what skills it will use, but it's a good thing to learn about Mamon you aren't entirely familiar with. I don't know why I'm just making up words. It's what my brain does. Very well then, I wish you luck for the tournament. The bug is kind of cute, which I can't believe I'm saying on the right. And that red slime is so me every morning. Like, every morning. Alright, let's do this. First match against Cautious Gyuguru. Enemy details. So those are a list of his potential skills. Given that we're early days, I assume he's only got the first 4. Alright, let's do this. So battles in this game feel a bit long, but there is a speed selector in the bottom left corner that we can adjust if we absolutely need to. The battle has now begun. Battles are round-based. Mamons will consume SP to perform their skills. The fastest Mamon will strike first, but some skills have quicker or slower execution. In the tournament, if the match cannot be settled in all the rounds, the result will be based on the percentage of the Mamon's remaining HP. Please do not give up until the end. Okay. So we'll just stick with our basic attack for now because we don't have a ton of SP to work with. Gyuguru uses Leap and gain Leap, and is now faster. He was faster. Oh my god! Holy shit, Mufasa! Do it again. Knock his ass out. You can only protect yourself so much. There's a reason I never use those moves in Pokemon. Okay. Oh boy, and now I can't do my move because I only have 15 SP. You can see the numbers up there. That's excellent. So the only thing you're unable to see is his image. Alright, let's rest. Get some SP back. He's still not attacking. There's only so much he can do here. I always found the logic of Monster Rancher-ish games interesting. I assume for a lot of this, it's just straight up RNG. Like, without logic really determining what attacks they're doing. Because he can't really... I mean, I get the purpose of buffing, but, like, you can't win if you don't fight, so... Gia Guru isn't really accomplishing much here. There we go. And with battles only being 5 rounds, it's fairly quick. My dog has a blunt sword. Yeah, it looks like it's just made out of cardboard. He's cosplaying a war... Oh, there's my slime buddy. Ugh. Okay. We've got the hit point advantage. We definitely need to work on our SP, because the 71 is not going to get us through these fights. And it's pretty much shut down my ability to use my second attack, because I can't really afford it. Let's rest up. Apparently, if you rest up, you get more than just 100% SP. Like that. I'm 79 out of 71. Okay. Well, good for you for regenerating. Let's try Blinding Strike. Bonk. Much weaker. It did not actually use... Or it didn't blind him. I whiffed on the 20%. But that's okay. We've still got some damage on him. Do it. And that will be a victory. Because he's not going to be able to hit me for that much. If I remember right, in later Pokemon games, the AI... I shouldn't even really call it AI. If I remember right, in later Pokemon games, that if it's a trainer fight, they would have some logic to the way they choose their abilities. Like, they would always avoid doing something that was ineffective, and they would favor doing things that were effective. And then in wild Pokemon fights, it was always just pure random what they would attack you with. Monster Rancher seemed the same way, that it didn't seem like the AI ever picked its moves intelligently. It would just pick whatever move was available to it based on the range. So far, Mamon King is doing the same thing, where it seems like they're not picking moves logically. I haven't seen any pattern that would dissuade me from the idea that they're loaded with skills and they just randomly pick something. But maybe that's... Oh my god! He deflated. Good job, Mufasa. But yeah, maybe later Mammons pick their moves a little bit more intelligently. I'm not sure. Congratulations on your victory. You and your Mammon have won the championship with flying colors. Now you are one step closer to your goal. Let's keep pushing forward. Okay, love the confetti, and it's actually sticking to the ground. That's cool. I wonder if I could crash my computer by leaving it doing this for an hour. The slime's pictures. I don't get paid enough for this crap. Exactly. SP is very important. Depends on the trainer. Normal trainers would typically just pick moves randomly, avoiding moves you are immune to. That's still better than just pure random for Pokemon. Hopefully this game does something like that. We received $1,000 in prize money and 1 Mamon mushroom. Thanks again for your hard work this week. You got it. I'm not looking at her abs or any other part of her. I didn't even know there was a girl on the screen. I just saw the name Marco? I'm not looking at her abs. I'm not looking at her abs. Shut up. I'm not looking at her abs. Hi there. This is Pyro's home, isn't it? I am Marco, a certified merchant of the Mamon Association, and you're not looking at my abs. I heard you were a promising Mamon summoner, so I came to be at your side. Why are you flustered? I'll be coming regularly. No. So if you want to become the new Mamon King, you should buy a lot of items from me. Of course, if you have any item or mammon you want to sell, I'll gladly take it from you. By the way, people are ready to pay a lot for highly ranked and unsummoned mammons, so keep that in mind. Ooh. That's an interesting little twist. That you could train a mammon just to sell them rather than use them for breeding. Depending on the amount of money you get, that's an interesting balance thing that just isn't in Monster Rancher. I'll give you this today as a greeting. I'm sure this trade will be quite profitable for both of us. Okay, I got stuff. I got 3 consumables, including one that increases training success by 25% for 4 weeks. That's helpful. So, Marco is our merchant. She has a reputation, so be careful with her. Absolutely not. I'm going to lean into that reputation. However, she seems to be quite good, and there are some rare items she is the only one to sell. I expect her to provide such a deal when your rank goes up. As she mentioned earlier, merchants can also buy your Mammon cards. It is the role of a Mammon summoners to spread Mammon throughout the country. Remember that you can only use 1 item per week. Oh, so use them strategically to steadily get closer to the Mamon King. What are we planning this week? So, looking at the tournament list, next week is a defensive training bout. I kind of want to go out of my way to do all of the attribute trainings because that just seems best for long-term work. So we should rest our boy this week so he's fresh for the tournament next week. So, rest up, buddy. Rest, right? Are you sure? Yes. You can do that in Monster Rancher 2? You can sell monsters in Monster Rancher 2? Have I been playing Monster Rancher 2 this entire time without knowing you can sell a monster? I probably just never considered doing so. Hi, I'm a traveling merchant Mammon trainer. Do you want me to teach your Mammon Rend Mind for 1,000 gold? Causes damage based on intelligence. Accuracy B, drains 15% of max SP. That doesn't seem worth it for Mufasa. Also, who are you? Why are you just randomly on my ranch farm? No. Alright, take care then. Okay. Thanks for your hard work. Are none of us just going to talk about the dude who just rolled up on our ranch? The defense training bout will be held this week. If your Mammon can win, it will be more efficient than training, so don't hesitate. Does that mean he'll train faster, or does that mean he'll be getting a training boost, defense boost? Well, either way, let's do it, because it can only help us, right? The prize money is 300 gold. Ah! So you don't get very much money for this, it's just about the stats. That works. Ah. In addition, your Mammon will gain defense just by competing. Of course, the better the results, the better the gains, so we really want to win. Are we sending your Mammon to this defensive training? Yes. Very well, I expect you to win this time. Excellent, Kate, thank you. Whoa, those are some cool monsters on the far right. I kind of like both of them. Alright, let's do it. Take your monster to the market, but money back never matches investment. You can take your active monster, they'll pay it based on rank, levels. Interesting. I'm gonna have to mess around with it. I never even knew that was a thing in Monster Rancher. It probably just never occurred to me to try. Why would I ever want to do that? Alright, anyway. Cut him. Cut him right in his stupid face. We gotta get our strength up a little bit. We got poisoned, or no, we got poison breathed, but not actually poisoned. Good deal. Smack. So far, so good. Again, I don't want to prejudge the game's mechanics too early, since we're in early days. Not to, again, make the Pokemon comparison, or even the Monster Rancher comparison. I haven't found buffing or status ailment moves or anything are very effective too early. They're great strategies. I remember in Pokemon, one of my favorite strategies was to take a Tangela? Or maybe the evolved form. And there's a way you can, like, triple dot your opponent, which is just annoying, and I love it. It's like you use a Toxic and then a Leech Seed and then a Wrap, and so every turn it's just getting chip damage that can't be defended against, which is really fun. So, but it still takes a minute to get there. When you're at level 1, you don't need any of that crap. So I kind of assume this is the same way, where this early direct damage is probably just always going to be in our best interest. But we'll get fancier as we go. Cautious what? Cautious Redmander. Maybe their name has to do with how they pick moves. Maybe there's something like aggressive. What? I'm sorry. It just clicked what the hell I was looking at. I've fought monsters like that in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a victory bell. Poison, Leech Seed, Bind, and Wrap. Tangela could quadruple dot their opponent. That's what's up, Lakebane. God, I have never done a Pokemon on the channel. I've thought about it. I've thought about doing a Nuzlocke run with some modified rules. But, you know, maybe I should do that since since I put out that poll to see what everyone's interested in. If you didn't see it, you can still go vote if you want. But I put out a poll on the channel to just ask what kind of content everyone wants to see here. And overwhelmingly, monster raising stuff has won. So, not to get too inside baseball, but it's what I do around here. YouTube always rewards you for being a specialist. And if I could redo the last almost 15 years of doing this channel, I probably should have leaned harder into doing monster stuff. Because Monster Rancher is not the only game out there, right? I could do Monster Rancher, Digimon, Pokemon, Mamon King, you know, any of the clones. And that way we have enough variety going that no one probably gets too bored. So, my point is, that's what we're going to do from now on. That doesn't mean I'm never going to play anything else. There's actually 2 more games on my list that I want to do for streaming Saturdays or even during the week that have nothing to do with monstering. But we're going to primarily switch to being a monstering channel. Evil Genius has come and gone. I love Evil Genius. And if for some reason there's an Evil Genius 3 or a reason for me to go back, I will go back to it. But in general, we'll just stick with monster raising games from here on out. Maybe also girl raising games, because that's almost similar. Except the monster is a little girl, which tracks. Congratulations on your victory. Okay, great. So I gain a big defense boost. 44 points. That's actually pretty significant. That was more than 50% of what we had. Right? Because it was 39? No, it was... Yeah, it would have been 39. Holy crap. Yeah, that was more than double our defense. Damn, that is worth it. Okay. Time for Pyro to play Pal World. Maybe. I've not been super interested in Pal World, but I'm not against it. Yeah, anyway, we're going to lean into monster raising for... Maybe it's too late to really help the channel. Maybe the channel will never get it any bigger than it is, but that's my existential worry every week. So we may as well do something that helps us, right? So we'll just specialize in monster raising. All right. Tournament, right? No, next week is the E rank. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a risk, and we'll do some training this week. And then do the tournament after. Because we have 80 stamina. You can't see it behind my face cam. We have 80 stamina out of 100. That doesn't seem to go up. In my testing, it doesn't seem like lower stamina causes too many problems. I mean, I wouldn't want to go into a tournament with like 0 stamina, but 60 seems okay, so let's do it. We're going to gain some SP, because that is my current issue. Bah! Successful training. We are up to 79 SP, so he's not inherently good at getting SP. This week is the official tournament. I like that they made the text yellow. That's just enough to, like, grab my attention more. The higher the rank, the more time between the events, so don't forget them. Oh! Interesting. That's not how Monster Rancher works. Monster Rancher, it's always like there's always 4 official tournaments a year. So that's interesting. That means you don't have a lot of time to waste once you're in the upper ranks. High risk, high reward. I love that. What are we planning this week? We are tournamenting, my dear. Let's do it. As long as your stamina doesn't hit 0, you're golden. Cool. Pal World is open world survival with monster raising. Yes, I've heard Pal World is Pokemon with guns, which that's why I'm like, eh. But I mean, I'm not against it. Just what the hell? When did you get this? 150 SP. I can't even freaking. Okay, it's fine. That's why we need to get SP up. Bonk. I like him. I like the lizard. He's cool. Cautious Lizarun. So I bet you that does dictate their personality. I just wonder if that has anything to do with the moves they're picking. So if he's cautious, does that mean... Yeah, he's doing a lot of self-cures and defensive buffs and crap. But he can't win if that's all he does. So we're not in bad shape here. This game is so optimized, I wonder if the developer planned on putting it on mobile. Because I could easily see this game being a mobile game. With the card system, you would just have to tap whatever ability you wanted to use. Or like flick, which would be cool. I would love a Pocket Monster Rancher. I mean, if I remember right, isn't like the DX games on mobile? Maybe not. But I should, if it is, I need to put a monster game on my phone. Except that would be a problem when I go into the tax office. I would just want to do that all day. Hello, Tiny Bug. Cautious Karameter. See, I think Akamura would find him cute. Do you see him? Yeah, he's tiny. Oh, he's doing a little dance. Akamura is doing the dance behind me. Oh, you can see her. Yeah. Yeah, they are spirit animals. All right, let's go, Mufasa. I hope someday they remaster 3 and 4. If they ever remaster 3 and 4, you can freaking guarantee it will be on the channel, especially 4. I've also been considering, if you guys are interested in it, I've thought about doing Monster Rancher 4 again. We don't have to, we can skip all the cutscenes and all that, unless you really want to hear the Cecil voice again. And start doing challenges. Like, I liked my All Fairy run. All Pixie run. I still wanted to do an All Naga run for myself, and there is, of course, the All Muji run. Excuse me, I don't know what happened there. That has been, let's call it requested of me, because people hate me, apparently. Good-naturedly. And then, of course, again, Nuzlocke Challenge for Pokemon. So there's plenty I can do and still stick with the monster theme, which I should have probably done at the beginning of my freaking career here on YouTube. It is what it is. I'd love the Cecil voice. Genergy, no, you're gonna get Ledge chasing you with a bone saw is the first word that came to my head. Oh, the bat's cute. He looks like a Keys. Like from Zelda. I have fat keys. All right. So far, so bold. Okay. So his personality is bold. Let's see if that changes his move selection or anything. Holy crap, that was loud. I've got the audio mixed well, but man, that actually clipped the maximum. Oof, sound balance is a bit funky. Whatever, alright. I'm probably the only one who cares. The game sounds fine. But with Facecam comes headphones, because that way you're not seeing my ears, and also because there was some weird audio issues occasionally with me using open speakers. So, see, I keep leveling up my system here. Or try to. I'm sorry, it's Teresa. We all love the Cecil voice. We sure do, Raphael. Hopefully we get a character soon here in Mamon King who can justify it. Good job, Mufasa. No special confetti. That's a little disappointing. They should put, like, fireworks or something. There's no loading screens either. I mean, this game is not only really well optimized, it's stripped down to its core features. You were quite cool during that tournament. You're Pyro, the new one that tries to become Mamon King. That's not quite correct grammar, but it's fine. I'm Nami. This means we're rivals now. What? Why? What did I do? I'm looking forward to seeing how far you can go. I was surprised to see her out of the blue. That was Nami. She is the Mamon summoner who is said to be the closest to becoming Mamon King. You will surely meet her in the tournaments ahead. Oh, so if I picked her, you would be my rival? Interesting. You can't lose against her, you hear me? In addition, we received a prize of $2,000. Thanks again for your hard work. You got it. Okay. The rainy season. It is the rainy season. Note that rain will gradually lower the condition of your Mammon. Oh, what are we planning this week? Interesting. I wonder what the difference is between stamina and condition. Like, in a realism kind of thing. Because you can see that both of those are in the top left corner. Maybe condition is like health and stamina is fatigue. Because it is possible to have a lot of one and not a lot of the other. Interesting. All right. Rest up this week. We'll do the tournament, the agility tournament next week. Can the monster be the Cecil voice? That way Cecil is being constantly beaten on. Damn, Ledge. I mean, sure. I don't know. He's too gravelly to be Cecil. Can you imagine the Cecil noise as if he tries to put an effort into anything? Ah! Ha! He says, as he swings his sword uselessly. All right. Agility training. Always hit, never be hit, baby. Let's do it. Oh, hey, there's the mascot guy that I put on the thumbnail. Keemu. He is a strange Keemu, whatever that means. Akamura loves him and his squeaks. When I was doing the... oh my god, he's got so many hit points. Holy shit. When I was doing my test run, Keemu is the one I happen to have. Wow, he could beat me just from tanking me enough? Oh shit. This might be my first loss. You know, it's funny, when I did my test run and when I had him, I noticed the hit points were significantly higher than my competition. It didn't occur to me that maybe that's how Keemus are designed. They're just friggin' tanks. They're just big old jelly molds. So far we're winning, but... oh, and this goes 6 rounds, not 5. Okay. So the round count is higher as you get higher up, too. Cool. Alright, so that's something I was worried about too. The battle seemed a little fast with only 5 rounds, but This is making a lot of sense. Actually, and that's good game design because that means the earliest battles are going to be over with quicker, which makes sense for Monster Rancher veterans who just want to get them over with. Good deal. All right, protect yourself. Oh, he got me right at the last second. Oh, no. No, Mufasa. I'm going to kick you into the frickin' wall if you keep dancing around like that, you piece of shit. Unfortunately, we were defeated. But this is not the end. Let's definitely win next time. You all right, Mufasa? Are you tired or just doing a little jag? It's fine. Let's get you home. It was a disappointing result, but I am sure this defeat will be a great experience for you. Your Mamon gained a bit of agility. Oh, did he? In addition, we received a prize of $100. 9 points? Okay. I mean, that was about 25% of what he had. So that's not a horrible thing to do. Someone is requesting a Mamon for his work this week. The worker will be paid according to its Mamon rank, and its parameters will increase slightly. It may also meet new people and make new discoveries as it goes out. But don't rely too much on these. These jobs don't increase Mamon's loyalty. What are we planning this week? Okay, well, let's go working then, since that's a new thing to do, apparently. He's just running around with a sword on his back. We don't have a problem with any of this. Challenge run. Beat at Monster Rancher 4 with all mochis named Cecil using Cecil voice. Jesus. Hey, a donation from Wolf Cook. This game is awesome, and word of advice, always do tournaments to boost stats and moves, evolve the more you use them in battle, so train when you can, you'll need it. That's good advice. And I had a feeling the attribute tournaments were going to be worth it. Let's do 2 bouts of training, and then we'll do the HP tournament. So we still need to get SP up. SP goes up also with intelligence, but he's not an intelligence monster. Damn. All right. What did I say 35 times 5 was? Alexa, 35 times 5. Ooh. Critical success. So we want to try to get his SP up to like 175 or so. Well, but now we're doing more than 5 rounds, so that's still not... Yeah, he's gaining. So he is definitely predisposed to evasion, and he's predisposed not to SP. Interesting. So he's going... So Mufasa's probably spec'd, or at least predisposed to hitting hard, hitting fast, and then trying to run around and dodge counterattacks. I'm not looking at her abs. Hey there, long time no see. I brought you some items. Time to take your time to look around. Yeah, I'm looking. All right, you can buy this mushroom. What? It says 1,500. What do you mean you're buying it for only 900? Who are you, Ruin? Here, buy the damn thing. Wait. Sell all treasures? Okay. Sell Mamons. Unsummoned. I don't want the eyeball. $1,500 for an eyeball? Take it. Now, Ganiganian, I'm going to keep him just in case. As ugly as he is, he seems interesting. Don't look at me with your pout face and your abs that I'm not looking at. I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye. Let's keep going with SP again for the moment. And then next week we'll do a tournament. I picked a big dumb dog. I did pick a big dumb dog with a sword. Ooh. I can just like mash the A button and we're just skipping through a bunch of this crap. That's also good design. Whoa, what was that? I saw the yellow text. It appears to be in poor shape. We won't see its full potential in battle. Ooh, because the stamina is 40. Which you guys can't see because of my big old fat ugly head. But there you go. Now you can see the stamina is 40. So probably anything less than half is not a good idea. Let's try it anyway. I want to see what the damage is for having low stamina. Because this is how I learn games. I test and I troubleshoot and I do not smart things so I can see what doing a not smart thing does. Because if a not smart thing doesn't really hurt me, then who cares? Okay, my hit points and my SP don't seem any different. I can pass my turn. I never noticed that. Okay, do an attack. Let's see what happens. Shifting yak yarn. Okay. Having a huge pool of SP doesn't seem that useful right now. So I didn't do that much damage, only 24 points. Maybe that's the downside of going into a tournament unrested. Oh! So probably what's going on is artificially all my stats are lower. I still have a chance of winning this if he doesn't attack me. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. So can my Mamons die? We have to keep going to find out. Keep testing the system. Even though we're going to lose this fight. Oh boy. Nice dodge. Oh god. Wow, even that one hit did a lot of damage. Okay, well, that sucked. Man, single elimination tournaments are pretty rough too. You can't have one bad match. If you have one bad match, you're just done. Interesting. It was a disappointing result. Okay. 68 hit points. That's a lot of hit points for a gain, I think. Again, I don't really know the scale, so maybe not. Maybe that's a reasonable amount. Oh, a boot camp. Yes, let's. If your Mamon has the stamina, I recommend joining. What are we planning this week? Oh, we're boot camping, baby. Still doing SP, because we need SP up. Low stamina can lead to accidents. I'm sure it's fine, even though this costs 40 stamina and he has 30 stamina. Let's do it. Ooh, I like that ogre. He's cool. He reminds me of the enemies from For the King. Bad boot camp. Oh no. It appears a lack of stamina prevented a good boot camp. The effect was halved, which is a bit disappointing. Even worse, his condition dropped almost all the way to 0, as you can see in the top left. Oops. It learned equivalent exchange during its training. It worked really hard. You cannot order your Mamon to use the skills it has learned unless you set them up. Be sure to set them up for the Mamon menu. Thanks again for your hard work. Okay, cool. We're not doing the D rank tournament. We are absolutely not doing the D rank tournament right now. Hang on to your butt. Let me get your skills set up. Okay. Oh, I see. Hold on, wait. Can I move anything off of my bar? Can I, like, move Blinding Strike off? I can. Okay, so there's only so many moves I can do. But then Twin Blade and Blade is a joint skill. Okay. So I can probably either have only 5 or 6 skills, and I'll have to work on my deck from there. Okay, cool. Alright, alright, Mufasa. I shouldn't even ask. I can tell you're not. Go ahead and get some sleep. That was a very bad idea on my part. I'll keep you better rested from now on. What the... Oh, who's messaging me? Are you work? Who is work? Are you work? You better not be work. Your Walmart order has substitutions. Thank you. It has rested well. Now it can endure another intense training session. You'll also need some time getting your condition back up, or concentration. Absolutely. Oh! He picked up an item during rest. Mamon Pebble. Interesting. Thanks again for your hard work. Okay. And now a voyage? There is a voyage this month. Your Mamon requires a great amount of stamina to participate, but it will grow a lot. Voyages are organized by the Association in the summer and winter. They are important events aimed at finding ancient Mamons, which are said to exist in this world from forgotten times. It's funny that she's Captain Exposition. I actually kind of like this. Like, it's not very immersive if she has to be Captain Exposition and explain everything she's doing, because we are supposedly a part of this world, right? So we should know a lot about this. But the game is not trying to be super immersive. It's just giving you the game itself, which is cool. Once an ancient Mamon is defeated, you'll be able to summon its kin at the gates. In addition, it is said that there are also some artifacts that can only be found on voyages. The benefits to be gained from the voyage are incredible, so please join it. What are we planning this week? Yeah, absolutely. I'll voyage. Let's voyage. Are you leaving for a voyage? I'm sure we can expect great growth for Mufasa along the journey. Yes. It's been a long time since we've been on a voyage. We never have been. I'm looking forward to it. Do you have a head injury, Kate? Oh. Okay. We've arrived safely. Let's begin. During voyages, your Mamon advances by rolling a dice that shows how many squares it will move. It's a great way to quickly grow your Mamon. There are valuable events and items that are exclusive to voyages, but choose your route carefully, as bad events can also occur. The number of times the dice can be rolled is determined by the SP rank. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Maybe. So the more SP a Mamon has, the more it can move. Note that some items can only be used during voyages, so remember to use them if you can. Well, I don't have anything for that. The ultimate goal of a voyage is to defeat the ancient Mamons that lurk in this land. They are rumored to be incredibly strong, but if you can defeat them, you'll be able to summon their kin, and we can't ignore the power. The SP rank, that seems ominous. The SP rank of your Mamon is F, so it can proceed 4 times. I wish you the best of luck. Can I look at the map? I can look at the map. Oh yeah, we're not... Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah, we're not getting through all that in just 4 rolls. But that's fine. That's fine. None of that's really useful unless the booster would help here, but it doesn't seem like it really would. So let's just dice. $5. Cool. And it glows to tell me what everything is. Alright, obviously we're taking the item. This is cute. I like it. I like the music too. It looks like Mufasa has found an ancestral crown. It's a valuable item, so let's use it properly, shall we? Yes, I will anoint myself. Interesting, we got 1 ancestral crown. Okay, so it's vendor trash. Or I'm gonna keep it on my head for the rest of time. This game is now on my wish list. Excellent Ginergy. It's only like $13 also. There's a link in the video description as usual. An event, a good, or an intelligence boost? Well, we don't need intelligence. I mean, I don't know what either of these do yet. Let's do an event. I haven't eaten in days! Will you give this poor man $1,000? Why are you just hanging out on the beach, sir? Yeah, I'll give you $1,000. Thank you! I'll never forget this favor. Alright, bye. Hopefully that pays off one day. That's why you give money to people, just for the... just so you can convince them to give you stuff later. Strength boost. 7 points of strength and 43 hit points. The training has been successfully completed. Your Mamon is growing properly. This is the last move. Let's make sure to give it your all. Okay. 4. Evasion up. Okay. A big strength boost, a big evasion boost, and a bunch of money from vendor trash. It's not a bad month, I guess. Evasion didn't go up all that much. He's not predisposed to evasion, probably. Okay, that was fun. We've arrived home safely. I'm sure Mufasa's satisfied. Let's have a good rest today. Thanks again for your hard work this week. Okay. What? Wait, I can do another... Wait a minute. Hold on, I can do multiple voyages? Because it's only week 2. I thought the voyage would go all 4 weeks. Wait a minute, can I re-voyage if we rest? Or does that only work once? But, I mean, we need to rest anyway, so... No, voyage is not listed. Okay. So it does only work. So that's a little confusing. Maybe you can go on a voyage once, but you have 4 weeks to do it. You can take 1 voyage per range. It only takes 1 week. Got it. Event is a good or bad square. Good is a good event. Bad is a bad event. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for that info. Is there a tournament this week? There's no tournament. What if I try to join a tournament? There's no tournament. There's no tournament, you idiot. We can focus on something else. Okay. Let's keep doing SP training then. Actually, no. Let me do strength training because I want to see what the boost looks like for doing strength. Because that'll tell me if he's predisposed to it. It seems logical with that. Like, the better the stats, the more they're predisposed to it in the first place, which is how I always assumed Monster Rancher 2, well, any of the Monster Ranchers work. 7 points of strength, so still not as much as when I do SP training. Interesting. Let me pull up his stats again. So strength and evasion seem like those are his best 2. Oh, yeah, and then it looks like SP is worse than average, if I'm interpreting the graph correctly. Okay, so he is predisposed to strength and evasion. He's kind of crap at intelligence, kind of crap at SP, and then everything else is average, I guess. Okay. Well, we still need to get SP up, though, because we can't win if we don't fight, and we can't fight if we don't have SP to work with. So we're going to keep doing some SP training. I don't really have a goal in mind anymore. 5? Ugh. That's so bad. Hi! I'm not looking at her abs. Sell all treasures. Cool. Yes. And then, I guess, let me buy a booster. I'll buy 2 boosters. Okay, I'll buy precisely 1 boosters. Oh yeah, that's all she had. Loyalty up by 20. Sure, let's do that. We'll buy both your cookies. Alright, bye. Got some dumbass neighbors, man. Alright, let's, here, just shove the cookies down your throat. Akamura? You alright over there? Okay. Y'all don't want to know what she said. There are some things happening behind me right now. Alright, let's... Why are you cackling now like a lunatic? Did it, like, just click what you said?
No.
Okay. Oh, low condition is low gains. I forgot completely. Shit. How do I get condition back? I mean, probably not. Oh, grazing? Does grazing give me condition back? I don't. Yes, to raise their condition. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I got it. I understand what's going on here. Okay, so eat a Mamon nip. Thank you, Lakebane. And then grazing. And let's see. Okay, so all of my comparisons are out the window then for his stat gains since I was not paying attention to condition. La 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 la. Okay. So the stats are irrelevant there. We just need to get his condition up. All right. Keep doing that thing. I love how fast this game moves and how you can skip, like, basically everything. I'm not going into an official tournament. Keep grazing. So as long as I'm training license, this week we can aim for the Azure license. The opponent should be rank C and above. Oh god, we're not doing that. Okay, so if stamina can be as low as 0 as long as I'm not in a fight, then we're okay. And we have a boot camp next week, so that was perfect timing. And working just came up, so I only have so many times when working comes up. But probably I don't need to work. I mean, it's like she said, don't rely on the working, which makes sense. If we keep winning, we don't really need to work. So, boy, isn't that a metaphor for life. All right, go on boot camp for SP. $127 hit point gain. You can see that. So, okay, and 16 SP gain. Okay, that's not bad. All right, graze again. I want to get you capped out. I want to keep that condition nice and maxed out if I can help it. Yes, there we go. Because now I'm going to be better at... I keep getting distracted by her, and it's absolutely not because of her abs, so shut up. All right, royal cookies. Thank you. And sell all treasures. Thank you. All right, bye. Nope, go away. Okay. So now let's do a strength training so I can see what kind of numbers he gets from that. $11 points of strength. Okay. He is definitely predisposed to strength. Oh shit, I should have rested him. I think I have an emergency item to recover his health, or his stamina, actually. Yes. Do it. That puts him at 60, so he's above half. So let's do training. And she didn't do the warning. I bet you it's half. That seems to be the smartest way to do that. Like, as long as he's at least at 50% stamina, then doing a battle is fine. Alright, we've got a lot of hit points to work with this time, too. Suffers 5% HP, recovers 100% of max SP. Let's do that. I'll take some damage. Cool. Yeah, that's not a heavy hit, and it lets me get in extra attacks. Especially since Twin Blades is so expensive. That's probably a good thing to do. Let's do Twin Blades. Gained focus, so his accuracy went up. That is not worth it yet. Once we get Mufasa's strength up, then that move will probably be worth it. But for its SP cost, it's probably not worth it right now. Yeah, just a standard blade's pretty strong. For being, what, a third of the cost? No, a fourth of the cost. Bonk. Good job. Yeah, we've got him on the ropes now. The only thing I think a game like this is missing is if you could program a strategy. Because at least this early, I'm always doing the same thing. I wonder if there's a game like that where you can program a strategy instead of picking moves ad hoc. Because that would make me feel more coach-like also. Where I'd be like, okay, in every fight, do this until I tell you not to do it. So, equivalent exchange. Nice dodge. And now we can just sit here and hack at him with standard blade. Well, let's do a blinding strike. And then do nothing but blade attacks. Because that won't do much damage, but if we blind him, which we did... So even though that didn't do much damage, we are technically losing the fight, but hopefully he misses everything he tries to do. Good, like that. Good dodge. Now he doesn't even have any SP left. So, I mean, he's going to have to rest. Or protect. Like, he's doing useless crap. Excellent. Boy, that was the right set of moves. That was the right strategy. You can't have more than 200%, so you miss out on 10% if you use it right away. Do I? You mean equivalent exchange? I mean, I would still cap out my SP at that point. It's fine. I've got it. Good dodging. And that's a victory. Bonk. Well, this is good. Why is he making a ripple effect when he is coming out of the dirt? Why the eyeballs? Why the teeth? Ugh, so many questions. All right. Ugh. All right, let's do this. I'm just fascinated by how ugly this thing is. All right. Equivalent exchange. That's fine. I wasn't even doing anything anyway, you dick. Alright. So, blade, and then on turn 3, I'll do a blinding strike. Ooh. Okay. I mean, that's fine. He dodged one of those. He can't dodge a second one because he doesn't have any SP left. And that's fine. I wish I could increase the chance to blind because it's only a 20%. But hey, if it works, it works, right? Oh, it's a 60%. That's still better than a coin flip. That's not bad. Alright, so we're losing at the moment, but if I can land my attack, we'll probably be ahead. Yup. Oh, that was a solid shot. Okay. I mean, it's still chip damage overall, but it's enough to get me ahead. And now if he tries to attack, I've got... Wow, he had nothing. He's trying always hit, never... Actually, what he's trying to do is never be hit, but when you hit really hard. Oh! That sucks. I still beat him, but only barely. Wow. The Sunaborass is a bit of a technical fighter. We got past him, though. Oh, I see. Using equivalent exchange brings your SP to 260, but then you don't gain the 13 you normally would gain between your rounds. I forgot about that. I wasn't calculating that in. Got it. Alright. Congratulations. We gained so much speed. 43 points. That nearly doubles what we had. Oh my god, that is so worth it. You know what? Oh, I can't see beyond next week. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to actually skip the D-rank tournament because I want this and I want to guarantee I win it. So we'll do 2 trainings a rest and then do the SP thing. So let's item. Have a booster. Success increases training success rate. Oh, success rate. Not necessarily points gained. Uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't really worth it then. Let's see. Because he was already successful. Yeah, he only gained 8 points of SP, so the booster did not help as I thought it would. Boosters then would be good for young monsters, so I can get them going early. Cool. Okay. And then we rest. And then we SP. Tournament. Wow, there's 4 layoffs in this tournament. All right, let's do it. Okay. Attack. We can probably just be straightforward. Yeah, it was a pretty solid shot. That's fine. Good dodge, block. Even though you're blind now, it's fine. Equivalent exchange. Good timing, because that's gonna be useless for him. Okay. I mean, we may as well just keep attacking at this point. I'm ahead. He'd have to do a lot of damage to be able to stop me at this point. That was probably not smart for him, because he doesn't have the 5% to give, since he was already behind. Unless he thinks he can bring me down that hard. Okay. Well, now he's in trouble. Yeah. And now, since I have 235 SP, there's no reason not to use Twin Blades, which has a total damage output better than Blade, but not by much. It's 2 attacks of 40 potency each versus 1 attack of 50 potency. Assuming they're additive, I mean, it's still more total damage, but definitely not worth the cost usually. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not in good shape. Good job, good dodge, Mufasa, and good fight. I would absolutely play this all day. Oh no, one of you. Alright, let's try the same strategy. So, standard attack, equivalent exchange, 3 standard attacks, and then dueling blades. Okay. Neighbors are getting loud again. Thank you, Akamura. I couldn't tell if that was across the hall or downstairs. Huh? Was someone outside? What? Oh. So then how do you know it was across the hall? I see. Apartment living, guys. Gotta love it. Alright. A little bit more. Let's go, Mufasa. I'm glad Akamura doesn't go full Karen on people, because she absolutely could. Wow, this Sunaboris has a lot of dodging. Haha! I can dodge you too, you dick! Okay. Another victory. Good job. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought we... thought that was the finals. This is definitely the strategy right now, though. Standard attack, equivalent exchange, 3 standard attacks, and then dual blades. Let's bump our speed up. Because that speeds everything up, as you can see. Animations and everything. There's no way to directly skip animations or anything like that. But certainly once you're kind of used to it, the double speed is the fast speed. There's nothing faster. I tend to have more fun in Pokemon nowadays by turning off battle animations because it keeps things moving a lot quicker. Okay. Twin Blades, go! Dang it. Well, that was a clear win, though. There we go. Now we've got a tournament victory. Congratulations. Okay. His condition went up. That was strange. SP up by 38. Alright, now I feel a little bit better about where we're at. So what is the tournament next week? Permanent. HP growth increases by 5% per item. Cool. Let's definitely go for that. So we'll do 1 training. We'll do a strength training. Now that SP's 188, I'm kind of comfortable with where it's at. So we'll go with strength since that's what he's predisposed to. My favorite so far is the plant monster and doing poison stack and sleep for total dot and massive damage moves at the same time. Oh, you've got an item. Yay, more trash. Thank you. It's snowing. Be careful of your Mamon's condition during this weather. This week is Christmas. I hear there's a promising reward in this week's item bout, so I encourage you to attend. Well, that's what we're doing. Wow, they showed his breath. Yeah, you're seeing his breath when he exhales. That's polish that's unnecessary. I love it. Okay, let's do this. Christmas tournament. And your speed selection maintains when you leave a battle, so the battle is still at 2 times speed, which is nice. That's a solid shot for not having any buffs or anything. Good dodge. Bonk. Wow, we might actually just take him out. I've got enough SP that I could do 2 dual blades now, or twin blades. Oh yeah. We are beating his ass. Couldn't quite close the deal, but we're getting there. And if a Kimew is the most tanky creature we typically fight, then that's really promising. Yeah. If we get our strength up just a little bit more, I think Mufasa's going to start being able to just out-damaging everyone. Because so far the creatures do not seem all that aggressive. Good job, Mufasa. Way to go. One more. Oh, another keys. Has the neighbor been loud today all day? Has the neighbor been loud all day today? Gotcha. Oh well. It is what it is. Oops. Did that one round too late. It's okay. Boom! Nice critical shot. We'll take it. Best thing about this game, we could both raise the same monster, but based on how we use moves and how they evolve, we could get 2 truly different outcomes. I saw that they can evolve. That is interesting. Your Mamon was so awesome. Here, this is my treasure. Try using it. Cookies. We got precisely 1 cookies. And the Art of Life. Okay, well, the Art of Life is obviously what we need to use first. Hi. I'm not looking at your abs. I guess that's all, because I don't want to buy a booster now that I know what it is. Tell you what, I'll buy a stamina potion just in case, because having an emergency potion is probably good. We'll buy some cookies, that way we can get loyalty up. I don't think we need anything else. Okay, so let's start using our items. So first, the Art of Life. We can't use this item in this situation. Oh, it's... I thought that meant it was permanent to the monster. That means it's permanent to the farm. That's so huge. Okay. Cool. Excellent. We definitely want to keep those then. All right, so let's look ahead here. So we've got a boot camp in 2 weeks, so let's train this week. Evasion boost. No, so with how good those are, it really is like you should never miss a stat boost. So if we rest him this week, we do Evasion next week, we do the boot camp the week after. Let's see, so that would bring him down to That would bring him down to 40. We give him the stamina potion to bring him back up to 70. I don't need the Scarlet Gate. So we would rest him here, and then we would do a voyage. So rest, tournament, boot camp, tournament, rest, voyage. That's the play. Okay. Oops. No! Tournament. Look at me being all smart and shit. Do it. First gen is just the scout. This is true. This is very true. I mean, hopefully we can evolve him or use him for some sort of buffing, breeding, whatever purposes. But his main job here is for us to learn the system. Bonk. Again. Bonk. Excellent. Now we can do 2 twin blades. Oh, he's going down. There we go. We killed the eyeball. Excellent. Yeah, this is the strategy. And we've got hit points advantage on everybody, which is surprising to me. I didn't think we were going out of our way to training our hit points as much as we are. I should probably do twin blades early. I mean, there's no reason not to. As long as I've got enough left to do a final strike, which the math works out for me. But in theory, that could get the battle over with faster. It's weird to me that the ground worm has high evasion, unless it's like a Diglett situation where it's, in theory, withdrawing into the dirt in order to dodge attacks. This one is not doing a very good job dodging me. That's what I get for saying anything and talking shit. I could get in a third dual blades if I rest there, but I think this is still the right move. Neighbor is screaming outside my apartment now. She is very upset about something. Okay. 51 points of evasion. Very good. Okay, so boot camp. Let's do strength. Let's play into what we do well at. Ito Senka hurts 70 strength, accuracy B. That's pretty damn good. That's probably worth the cost, because that's only slightly weaker than a twin blade for 2/3 of the cost. That's really the right move right there. Akmar is doing some investigation because of our neighbor. What? Right. You can speak a little louder. The mic isn't going to pick it up. Okay. Do you need to call the cops? Okay. Alright. It learned the move. Excellent. Okay, so... yeah, we're not doing the job offer this week. Alright, so set skills. Ah, so I can only do 5 skills. Okay. So this is interesting. I haven't really been using Blinding Strike. If I take this away, then I'm locking myself into doing an Ito Senka. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Because with our SP count... let's see. I'm trying to think how the math works out, but I can't do it in my head. Let's just take this out, and we'll put the Ito Senka in. And if the math does not work out for that, then I will take Blinding Strike out instead and take this one. The basic attack, the blade is really cheap. But I don't know if it's really useful now that we have that. So let's go with this and see what happens. Alright, so we need to eat a food and then do the tournament. Or not a food, but a stamina potion. Okay, so I need to be buying stamina potions every time Abs Girl comes around, the abs that I'm not looking at, because I need to keep a lot of those, just in case, for this kind of situation. Alright, so we open with Ito Senka. I'm gonna slow down so I can see the animation. It looks like I just dropped a rock on him. Okay, so then equivalent exchange. So I can do 3, but I can't do 4. Yeah, and so if I had my basic attack, I could sneak one more attack in. That's how the math works out. Because right now, I can't do anything. So we'll protect. And that was a little bit more even of a fight than I would have preferred because of his healing. I think we beat him anyway. Yeah. But that was just a wee bit closer than I would have preferred. So we need to... I need to put the basic attack back, since I'm not using Blinding Strike. Okay, I mean, this works out. And this move evolves, so we'll get another attack eventually doing this. And if we do a little bit more SP training, then I will be able to use Ito Senka one additional time in a fight. This is definitely the right play, though, because the attack hits harder and is more accurate. I say as he dodges, but that's fine. Some dodging is going to happen. So, I mean, I could still Blinding Strike him. I guess I don't need to protect. Which, actually, that means I should open with a Blinding Strike, since I have to use it anyway. I should open with Blinding Strike. And then equivalent exchange, and then we just use Ito Senkas for the rest of the fight. Right? Yeah, the math will work out for me. Which is fine. I mean, this works just as well as just using a basic attack. So, never mind. I guess we could just leave it this way. We'll do a blinding strike to open. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good job, Mufasa. C rank, rank up. Mufasa is now C rank. Its loyalty toward you is growing. R was rookie, J is junior, I assume? Yup, reach junior rank. Thank you, achievements. And you are now certified as a junior Mamon summoner. Howdy! Oh god. Congratulations on being a junior! You're just getting started, but I have high hopes for you, so quickly reach my rank! I'm gonna throw her into the ocean. Here she comes again. I'm surprised she's that interested in you. Yeah, me too. Girls are never interested in me. You have to beat her no matter what. In addition, we received a prize. Oh god. Alright, cool. Alright, so have a cookies. And then have a rest. And then have a voyage. I probably should have actually tried the tournament just to see our strength. Since now we are a C rank, maybe we would have been fine. But this is fine. It doesn't matter. 5 times. Okay, let's go. One. Let's guarantee our strength up. 78 hit points, 13 strength. Not bad. Yeah, especially if this is over the course of just a single week. That's so good. Speed up or guaranteed good event. Let's do a good event. I really like this music. I'm a traveling Mamon trainer. Do you want me to teach your Mamon sucker punch for $3,000? No, because it's an intelligence attack. It has high accuracy, but no, not really worth it. Two, agility up. Six, strength up or bad? Obviously, the strength up. As much fun as we're having sabotaging myself, let's not do it unnecessarily now. HP up. Perfect for the permanent item we got. 109 hit points, not bad. Plus 5 points of defense and 7 points of speed. Okay. For 1 week of training, that was pretty good. And now we can... Alright, let's preview those items. So, stamina up, and then... vendor trash. And then a strength bout. We definitely want to do the strength bout. So... rest, tournament, rest, tournament, rest, tournament? We probably don't even need to rest that much, because tournaments don't take that much out of us. I can probably get away with just doing training for the between weeks. Alright, let's do this. I don't even really need the item, but having stamina potions is nice. So, yeah, let's do it. Wow, that is a cool... Bold Blue Guru. I love him. Yep, now we've got 7 rounds. Okay. So, let's stick with the same strategy anyway. Blinding Strike to open. Equivalent Exchange second. That's fine. I mean, that's a heavy hit, but we should be okay. And then we'll just Ito Senka the rest of the time. Well, if he wouldn't friggin' dodge everything... we're probably... Well, I was gonna say we were even. Now we're not. Keep it up. Oh, we learned a new skill. Wow, he is dodging friggin' everything. Strength 80, accuracy B, 30% chance of fracture, 35% chance of fear. Fracture decreases strength and reduces evasion. Okay. But that is very expensive. We're winning, but not by much. Okay. Okay, we got through that. Good job. Good job, Mufasa. That was a closer fight than I would have preferred. But that also says our math is still working out. Hello, Purple Pancakes. Thank you for joining the stream. I need to rearrange the chat windows one way or another. I wonder if I can do that. I'll have to give it some thought. All right, open with Blinding Strike. Equivalent exchange. And then Ito Senka the rest of the way. Yep. Nice! Good job, Mufasa. Well done. At that rate, we would have been out of SP on round 7, but that's fine. At that point, we can just protect. This is the strategy. Oh, wow. He has no hit points. For him... No, we should still equivalent exchange, or I'll only have one attack available. So we still need to get our SP up a little bit, because it's not a super limiting factor, but as long as the rounds keep increasing per fight, then we need to keep our SP going, or it's going to bite us eventually in the upper levels. That's good design as well. Good evening. I came across your tournament earlier. This was quite the sight. Here, take this as a gift for your services. We got $3,000. Okay. That was a nice little tip. Hi, Marco. I'm not looking at your abs. I will buy the cookies. And I will buy the potion. Booster SP increases training success rate by 50% for 2 weeks. But success rate is not that helpful. Success rate is not useful, at least for Mufasa. He's succeeding every time we do anything. Okay, so what did I say we were doing? So we can train this week. I mean, or I could enter the tournament, but I don't think I need it. And then we can do this next week. So let's do training. The math is still working out for us. Let's, you know what? Let me try to get SP up to about 220. That might be where we need it. It may not be min-maxing him quite as well, but it should be fine. Wish a stranger would give me 3,000 pounds. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to do something that I probably shouldn't be doing, and I know I'm being a little vague with that. Just... Oh, I get a full exact breakdown of his stats. Wow, he's got nothing. 100... Only 54 SP means he can't really do a lot. He won't be able to do pin cushion unless he does a rest early and then does it immediately. Otherwise, it's not going to help him very much. Huh. Alright, let's do this. Anyway, I don't mean to speak vaguely. I'm trying to do a thing. Oh shit, he's got a lot of hit points, though. I'm trying to do a thing, and it's costing a lot of money to do. Shit, that wasn't what I meant to do. And so... let's just say I'm spending thousands of dollars right now taking a risk. Now he did pincushion. And, I don't know, man. I'm very nervous about the thing I am doing. I don't know if it's worth it. It's me betting on myself, and y'all know me. I don't bet on myself very often. I don't think I'm worth betting on most of the time. Good job, Mufasa. Way to go, even though I went a little off-kilter on this strategy. I like the spike turtle, too. He's kind of cute. With enough SP, I mean, that pincushion thing would be good, and his hit points were really high. He's very tanky. Oh! You dick! Taking my SP away. That would cause me some issues if you did that again. You can be an always hit, never be hit type of creature. That completely threw my math off. Stop it! Stop draining my SP, you dick! Okay, well, at least I got in 2 more attacks. So I guess that is the risk if I keep Blinding Strike. Blinding Strike has not been crazy useful. I would rather take a cheap attack just as a backup. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remove Blinding Strike and take... Actually, you know what I should do? I should get rid of Rest. Because I don't need it. Not with Equivalent Exchange. I don't need both of these. I can get rid of Rest, and then that way I have a cheap attack as a backup, but I don't lose Blinding Strike. Yeah, that's the play. And then here, I could use a cheap attack because I'd probably kill him with the standard attack. Wow, I love the fact I'm having to think this much. Because I usually don't have to in Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher moves are just, and Pokemon moves are pretty straightforward. This one I actually have to give some thought to my skill loadout. That's awesome. Alright, Mamon King, you've made a fan out of me. Alright, let's set skills. Okay, so we're gonna take Rest out of the equation. Protect will go at the end. This is our primary attack. This is our number 2 attack. This is our backup attack. This is our last priority. This we use often. We don't need Rest. Okay, cool. Stop calling it an interesting strategy. I feel like you're mocking me, Kate. Alright. Cool. I did everything I was planning on in the short term. Do we have a chance at the sea tournament? I mean, we may as well try, right? So let's... Loyalty. Let's cookies. I'm tempted to train and then use the stamina potion, but I'm not. He's basically fine. Let's just rest him. I'd rather keep the stamina potions for when we need them. But that does tell me with enough stamina potions, you could do a no-rest strategy. Or at least a very low-rest strategy. Because if you do 2 trainings and a stamina potion, That means every 3 weeks you are net losing only 10 stamina. So if you only do training, that would last 30 weeks before he'd be out. But you just cycle in things like stat tournaments and then... Okay, I'm getting a little too into this. Let's... What were we doing? Training! I mean, tournament. That's what we were doing. We were tournamenting. But first, have a cookies. We're gonna cookies on every single freaking week that we've got a cookies. Loyalty C. Perfect. You can get stronger potions later. I have no doubt. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh, there's our little turtle again. Tikruguri. He also, with that eyeball expression, is like me every morning. Boosting training success rate means you get many more stats. Oh, does it? I thought it was chance of success. It didn't seem like it was giving me more numbers, but does that work on boot camp? Not boot camp. Well, does it work on boot camps? Because if it works on boot camps and if it works on voyages, that's when to use those items because of the sheer numbers that you're getting out of it. All right, Blinding Strike. Let's go. Wow, he has a ton of hit points. All right. Equivalent exchange. Bam. Good dodge. It works on training only, I believe. Okay. Yeah, it might be a little too OP if it works on voyages and such. That's fine. You'll hit me when I hit you, I assume is what that means. I can live with that. Yep, and I did a little reflect damage, but it's not too bad. That's fine. We're doing a ton of total damage here. There we go. Good job. We still couldn't knock him out. I love creatures that are annoying like that. They're some of my favorite to raise in these kinds of games. Alright. Same deal. Blinding Strike. See, that's barely chip damage. That's why I'm wondering if I really need Blinding Strike. If it works, great, and it's still better than a coin flip. But when it fails, it's almost a wasted turn. But I mean, I guess that's the chance, right? I'm basically flipping a coin to see whether that is useful to me or not. Holy crap, I could play this game all day. Alright. No, don't, Pyro. We have work to do. I have the project I'm working on that's costing me $2,000, plus the other thing I'm working on, which I need to do. Good dodge. Suck it. Another victory. All right. No, I meant Blinding Strike. I got distracted thinking of the thing that's costing me $2,000. If you guys want to help me with the thing that's costing me $2,000, I got PayPal, Patreon, and Super Chats. Your donations would be very helpful. Alright, keep going. I guess I can sneak in a Blinding Strike at any point now. Well, if I land it. Uh-oh. We're gonna need to land something here. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. Oh, no. Damn it! He did always hit, never be hit. Ah, oh, you suck, Boldly Alof. But we got our runner-up. Even if we don't rank up to B rank, that's fine. We didn't do a bad showing. So we got $4,000. That's fine. What is our tournament for the day? Oh my god, it's already 5 o'clock. Provides 1 more dices on the next roll. Okay. Yes, let's do that. I'll stop after the next boot camp. 1 more turn, 1 more turn, 1 more turn. Damn it, Mamon King. I have things I need to do. Blinding strike. I might, we might have to revisit this game in the future. Who wants to see a Mamon King playlist? Oh, nice shot. Holy crap. Again. Bonk. See ya. Damn. Okay, so we definitely can hold our own here. I mean, we only barely lost that last match. I bet the next time the official C comes back around, we'll be able to beat it nice and easily. Oof. He's hitting pretty hard. I can hit just as hard, you douche. Get him, Mufasa. Bonk. See ya. You're cool. I want one of you. Alright. Blind strike. Okay. Huh. That's the way to counter me. If you just waste your opening turns resting, then that makes my blind strike pointless. But still, I mean, oh my god. That's what he was doing. He was putting all of his move, or all of his strength into one big move. But he couldn't keep it up. We were able to weather the storm, and now he's going down quickly. That's a strategy. That's being kind of a glass cannon, which I usually prefer in Monster Rancher. All right. Cool. So now we're better prepared for that. All right. Boot camp costs me 40 stamina, right? So I could train this week. Yeah, I could train this week, do boot camp next week, and then rest again. So let's train on SP. 220. I want 220. Close. Okay, so now if we boot camp... Yes, that costs 40, so we're good. Alright, do I need any of the abilities we don't have? Self-focus, slightly increases accuracy. Defense. Dual, multiple, self-perfect body. Grants immunity to buffs and debuffs. Sure perfect. What? Oh, okay, so it makes... So that grants immunity to buffs and debuffs for both of us. What an interesting skill. So that makes the fight come down to stats. So that's a good counter if I'm fighting enemies that do a lot of poisons and slows and accuracies and all that stuff. And that is what's kind of stopping us. That's a fascinating skill. We might need that eventually. I don't think we need it now. But that's an interesting skill. Okay, what is this one? Mirror images. So that's basically... You're basically dodging the next attack. Huh. We've seen that in action. It works, but it only works for 1 round. That's good if you're fighting a monster that typically does a big power attack. This is so interesting. And the other problem with taking the defense skill, the duel, or any of these really, is I'd have to replace something. I don't mind replacing protect with mirror images. But I don't know what I would drop to do duel. This is interesting. You can do some interesting things with your loadout. Okay. I'm going to stick with strength for now. I just want to get... Wait, SP? Yeah, let's do SP. I want to get SP higher. I want to get it to 220. That got me to 223. Okay, that's exactly what I need. And then... I mean, we may as well rest, because that's the thing we're going to do now. Eat a cookies. Precisely 1 cookies. And then have a rest. And then I need to pull myself away so I can get back to the other things I need to do. Holy crap. All right. Well, apparently this is my abs. I mean, newest addiction. Yes, please. Cookies. I'm not looking at your abs. Shut up. I'll take that and then sell all treasures. I'm running on knife edge budgeting here. I'm spending about as much as we're making. Stop smiling at me like that with your abs. God, you're so distracting. I mean, I'm not looking at all. Okay. That's going to do it for today. I think the game autosaves. Yeah, the game just autosaves, so I can just exit. Well done. If you want to see more Mamon King, let me know in the comments and everything. I'm now apparently addicted to this, so I don't have a problem doing more of this. We still have Digimon we need to work through as well, and I haven't touched Final Fantasy 13 yet, because I don't want to play it. But, we'll get to that too. So yeah, we're making a hard pivot back into nothing but monster raising and girl raising content, probably. At least I'll be consistent from now on. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to try to start doing 3 streams a week again. I know I've said that the last few weeks. I've been out of it this week. It's been a bad week, but hopefully I can turn things around with this project I'm doing, even though it wouldn't pay off for a while. But anyway, hopefully I get my confidence back, and then you'll see more of me. Either way, leave a like, and I will see you again at some point next week for another stream. Stay subscribed and you'll know exactly when I am doing that thing. Yeah. Bye, everybody.